Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Yapaya. I've been a makeup artist for 7 years and I'm here to teach you every and all things makeup. This is your safe space to learn and grow in your makeup skills, whether you're a makeup artist or just someone who wants to learn how to do makeup on their own face. This is the space for you. You are now watching episode 2 of my makeup fundamental series. Last week we covered brows and this week we will be covering winged eyeliner. The daunting, intimidating wing eyeliner. In my opinion, it's really not that hard. It's just how you do it and learning what type of eyes that your clients have. But that's exactly what we're going to be breaking down in today's video. So, per usual, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If there's anything you're struggling with makeup-wise, please don't be afraid to leave a comment down below. So maybe I could, of course, reply back or make another in-depth tutorial about that as well. And yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video. So the easiest and best way to get crisp, sharp liner every time you do it, hands down, is by using tape. Well, you can use either masking tape or painter's tape. I also find that Scotch tape works really good. Now, where you place the tape is very important because it acts as the framework for your wing liner. If you don't place it properly, it will either look too crooked or too straight. So I'm going to show you how to find the perfect angle to fit either your face or your client's face. So because I do brows first, I like to use the tail end of the eyebrow to figure out the angle I should put the wing liner at and how long the eyeliner should be. So using the tail end of the eyebrow, I'm going to make sure that I place the tape starting off at the corner of the eye, and then I'm going to angle it at a point so that the tape meets the tail end of the eyebrow. You want to make sure that you use a piece of tape that's long enough so that you can be able to tell if the corner of the eye is angled to meet the tail end of the eyebrow. So you want to make it a little bit long. Now that you know how to angle your tape, let's move on to actually drawing the wing liner. So you're going to draw a vertical line straight down from the top corner of your eye to the bottom corner of your eye. Then you're going to create a triangle shape by drawing a line inward towards the inner part of your eye. Then you're going to go to the top corner of your eye and draw a straight line towards the tape. Now, as you can see, my line here wasn't that straight, but I'm just going back in and reinforcing that line, making sure that it's at the proper angle that I want the liner to be at. After I do that, I'm just going to fill it in like a coloring book. We basically made a diamond on the eye, and that's how you get the perfect shape to fit whatever eye you're doing. So at this point, most of the hard work is done. What we want to do now is, of course, complete the wing liner. So as you slowly work your way inward towards the inner corner of the eye to complete the wing, you want to make sure that you keep this angle that we're drawing the wing liner at. So when you're working your way inward, just keep that angle in mind. You don't really want it to be straight because if it's straight, it's going to look too thick. Wing liners typically go from like thin and then it gets thicker outward towards the wing. So make sure that you're following that. You see how I draw this line and it's still at that angle? You want to keep it at that angle. So now you see me just slowly, heavy on slowly, drawing in that inner liner. Now, if it's too thin, you can just slowly add lines on top of each other to make it thicker, but you want to go slowly because once it's too thick, it's a nuisance to fix. So again, I'm showing you the process all over on the other eye. We're going to start off by drawing a vertical line starting from the top corner to the bottom. We're going to draw an inner line going towards the inner eye corner and then a straight line outward. We're going to fill it in like a coloring book and continue that angle on towards the inner part of the eye. Now for the best, smoothest, most crisp results, I highly recommend using liquid liner and a liquid liner that has a brush tip to it. I find that it's easier to control and the brush does most of the work because it just glides right on. Now this technique works no matter if you're using a pen liquid liner or a brush with gel liner. It works regardless, but I just highly recommend using a brush because I think it's easier. Now after you do your wings, it's completely normal if they're not even. Most of the time, they're not going to be even. So all you have to do is either make one thinner or one thicker. Typically you make one thicker to make life easier, but if you accidentally make one too thick, what you're gonna do, like I'm doing, is take a little bit of concealer and just shave some of it off. There's nothing wrong with going back and fixing your mistakes. Everything doesn't have to be perfect on the first try, so don't beat yourself up if it's not perfect. Now we're gonna remove the tape and conceal the outer edge of the wing, and this is how you get a nice crisp wing. You see how when I removed the tape, everything was just so sharp and perfect? This is why I use tape, because if not, it would just be harder to get everything nice and crisp. And why not save time? Makeup is a long process in and of itself. So the quicker we could do it, the better. So this is the end of episode 2 of Makeup Fundamentals Wing Liner. I hope you guys really found this video helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you next week for episode 3.